You are the last of the human race. You've wandered so far from home. This is what you've been missing.
Wow.
I'm Cadmus Pryde. You're home now. This is New Attica.
It's a whole human city. It's what you always wanted. What? Who are you? I can't believe you're here. I am an Eva, like you. Waited 16 years for this. New Attica's not what you think. Cadmus has his eyes on you.
Eva, we are on the verge of starvation. But I've learned of a powerful energy source on the surface that will save us. With your abilities, you are going to lead me right to it.
If you remove the source, all life on the surface will die. My friends, my family. I won't let you hurt them.
Natural law compels us to survive. Let's go! You protect them over your own kind? It's eat or be eaten. Us or them.
They're going to kill us. You can't talk your way out of this. I will find a way to save my family.
Hello, everyone. My name is Heather Hurt with the NRW, where nerds rule the world, and I'm here with DiTerlizzi. I'm sorry. The Southern accent, I'm going to say it that way. The executive producer, as well as the author of The Search for WondLa, and Bob's Gannaway. Wow, I'm really doing good with the names today. The showrunner and executive producer of Apple TV Plus's WondLa. How are y'all today, guys?
We're good.
We're doing good, Heather. How are you?
Good,
doing?
Heather. We got Heather right though? I think
we got Heather right. Heather Hurt.
I have the easy one. I'm good. Thank you so much, guys, for spending some time with me today. WondLa season 2 is coming out. How are y'all feeling as we're getting closer and closer? Tony, I'm actually going to ask you ask that question a very specific way. How are you feeling? And be candid about this, about them bringing your vision to life in this new season.
Oh, well, look, they've done a terrific job. The Skydance animation team it's like a super group, right? It's people like Bob's who have come from Disney. There's people who have come from Pixar, DreamWorks, Blue Sky, all the studios that have made some of my favorite animated movies and television series. So I've felt from day one that I was in great hands with this team. And in the rarest of instances, I've been very involved since 2018, since we really kind of started on this journey. And so is it different? Does it differ from the books in certain ways, both visually and story? Yeah, absolutely it does. But we had, unlike other experiences I've had, there were conversations about it. We would talk about it. We would say, hey, Bob's and the team are thinking this, and here's why. And we would discuss it and try to figure out a solution. But that said, the themes, the big aspects, the reason I even wrote the books, all of that comes through. It came through in season 1. So the big themes of a found family, and the idea of like people that come into our lives that mean just as much to us as our own flesh and blood. That's in season 1. Mankind's reliance on technology, absolutely in season 1. Mankind's disassociation with the natural world, also there. And then these themes that we start to explore in season 2 are different themes. They are, you found your flesh and blood, but you don't see eye to eye. You differ. You see the world through a different lens. You don't get along. Those aspects are all embraced, and they really leaned into them in season 2. And Bob's, I'm sure I'm missing some other aspects too that you all explored.
Oh no, that's a good answer. I mean, in the sense of regards to like, I mean, it's just been a blessing that Tony's been on the the journey with us. It's like I say, like it's like he came over to our house and dumped all of his toys on the floor and like, let's play, right? So
Yeah.
it's been a very lovely and collaborative experience
Yeah.
with Tony.
Bob's going off of that, what has been the most challenging part about going into this different part of the world with season two? What has been the hardest, to compare it to the original story, or even just from a creative perspective? What's been the most challenging part, and or the most fun?
Well, it's all fun. It's animation, fun. We're living the dream, right? I will say the what's been the challenge is we've set out from the beginning to make a show that's a beautiful high quality show, and both from a storytelling standpoint and a visual standpoint. And Tony's world is large and rich and ever expanding, and that's a challenge in animation because you don't get to reuse things. You on a journey story, you're continuing to go to a new place, and so that's been a challenge, is to continue to realize all of that at the quality we want to hit. But that's part of the fun, right? You get to build something new, explore something new, cast a new character, design a prop or environment or whatever it is. So that's very exciting. But I will say the equally exciting is the sort of depth of storytelling and the ability to sort of dig into the characters more deeply and explore the themes Tony was just touching on second season. Like Rovender, we get to find out why he is the way he is, and why he's a sort of a wanderer, and Eva gets to go from like a kid that sort of came out in the world to someone who's starting to learn that even though I'm a teenager, I don't know everything yet, and right and wrong might not be as clear. So the depth of storytelling we've been able to sort of dig much deeper into.
With that being said, Tony, I would love to talk about the world building. Your world is vast, as Bob said. You've created this kind of universe, even though it's all condensed right on that one space. What has it been like building that universe digitally into this series, especially as we're now adding more locales?
Well, I think it's what's the importance of the scene. So I mean, I think I got my start in Dungeons and Dragons, and I worked for D&D for many years. And what I realized is you can build an endless world with endless details, but when it comes to story, you kind of need to build what you need, like what is its purpose and how does it serve the story and how does it reflect the themes and what the character's going through. So that said, then you start looking at where do we need to go. So this is a really, Eva in the first season is like, I want to find people. I want to find people. If I find people that look like me, I therefore am home. So we start season 2 with like, okay, you want that? Here it is. It's the same way the book starts. And then she's like, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. And so it explores those ideas of of what we define home as. Just as the first book in the first season defined family, Bob's and the team really attached themselves to this concept of home. What does home mean? And what does it mean when you think you found home? How do you define home? What happens when you leave home? All these concepts are explored through different physical settings of the journey that they go through in the duration of in this season more than any of the other seasons. When you say, Bob's, I mean, I think about where she starts and where she ends and what she goes through as it is in the book, and that kind of deeper comprehension of what is home.
And Heather, I think it's worth pointing out that it's cool building and doing all of the world building, but the kind of algorithm I kind of use is emotion drives character and character drives story, and the story drives every choice. So every choice you're making boldly is rooted back to an emotion. So when you're creating a new environment, what is the emotion we want this environment to convey? Not just what would be cool to look at. It has to be cool to look at, but there needs to be the thing about animation is you're building and designing everything, just like Tony's working with a blank page, and you can get sort of almost like you can freeze up because you want it all to have meaning. But that idea that the emotion is driving all the choices ultimately.
That is, and you really see that in the outfits in this season too. That's what I love. The emotion is so important. A last really quick question. I only have a minute left. If your audiences could take anything away from season 2, what would you like them to take away? Bobs, I'll start with you.
Well, for us, season 2 is really about home, and I think in speaking to Tony's themes, the idea of like the takeaway for me is about like, hey, the world, it's not black and white, it's gray. You're gonna have to make, as you get older, you're gonna be making choices, and you might not always make the right ones, and that's really kind of what we've been doing to grow Eva's character. Over to you, Tony.
I think the big takeaway is with regard to family, and that just because we don't always see eye to eye, or we don't see the world through the same lens, that doesn't necessarily mean we can't love that person. And I think that's probably something we all need to embrace more than ever.
That is absolutely lovely. Thank you guys so much. WondLa season 2 arrives on Apple TV Plus on April 25th. On Apple TV Plus on April 25th. There we go. The entire season. Please check it out. And of course, watch the first season, available now. Thank you guys so much. Y'all have a wonderful day.
Thanks, Heather.
O'er the glad waters of the dark blue sea, our thoughts as boundless and our souls as free, as far as the breeze can bear the billows foam, survey our land and behold our home! Let us be one with the heart of the forest! Eva, come! Come on, Eva!
Nerds rule the world.
Pleasure chatting with you. Love to all my nerds who rule the world.
Yeah. Nerds rule the world.
Yes, we do.
Thanks. Nerds rule the world. Thank you.
I love the nerds ruling the world, so more power to you.
Patrick, what up, man? And yes, they do. Nerds rule the world, kid.
Yes,
you know
sir.
I'm one
Thank
of
you. Awesome. Kuya P, nerds rule the world. Hello. Yes, they do.
Yes.
Oh,
Nerds rule the world.
I got.
It's in the title of your show, like Nerds Rule the World. Like, I want more black weirdos on screen, and I don't feel like we ever get to see that very much.
Thank you so much. Nerds do rule the world.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, nerds rule.
Love
it. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Julian.
Yes,
rock on. I love it. Thank you so much.
It's good to see you. I love Nerds Rule the World.
But yeah, there's a heavy nerd component, man.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you ask me, nerds rule the world. So
absolutely.
And you're right. Nerds do rule the world.
We're just the best.
Yes.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
It's your boy Kuya P. Nerds rule the world. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you.
Do. They rule the world all right.
Yes. Take care, Tony. Thank you, guys.